Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course we like to do this in complete survival. In today's video I am going to be showing you the top 3 most OP glitches that is working in the current version of the game. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time and jump straight on into the video. So for OP glitch number 1, I want to talk about this. And no, I'm not talking about the Bedrock Beacon I'm standing in front of. I'm just talking about the Bedrock and how we can actually obtain it. Of course, if we do get ourselves a little bit of Bedrock, we can make nice structures like this, the Bedrock Beacon. And before anyone asks, this thing absolutely works. As you can see, I now have Jump Boost 2. The only reason I didn't... Oh, was that an X-ray glitch again? Yeah, the only reason I actually didn't turn it on to start with is because I didn't want the annoying particles like annoying me whilst I was recording a video. I'm pretty sure you want to know how exactly this works. Well, let me show you. Thing is, there's not actually one beacon. There is 2 beacons, as you can see. There's like a full-size beacon underneath this bedrock, and all I've done is dug 2 down, made a beacon, and then cover it with bedrock, making it look like the bedrock is actually the beacon. I mean, I think that looks pretty epic. The reason this works is because, for whatever reason, the beacon still goes through, the beam still goes through the bedrock block. I mean, it is one of the very few blocks that does allow the beam to go through. If I crouch place and put that there, you can see that it just completely stops the beam altogether. So, I think this, if you haven't got this or built one of these, which I don't think a lot of people will have, I mean, it's definitely a must-do. And of course, to build this thing, you're going to need some bedrock. Now, I've done a full tutorial, which I'm going to leave in the description below. The process I show in that video still 100% works in this update. Now, unfortunately, you can only get 1 piece of bedrock at a time, which actually leads me on to the second most OP glitch that is working in this version of the game. So, as I said, from OP glitch number 1, you can only actually gain a maximum of, I think I said 1, but you can actually gain a maximum of 3 pieces of bedrock at a time. Now that in itself is still not that great. So what I've done is come in a copy of my world. This world will still allow me to get achievements. As you can see, if I go into creative, you can see that this thing comes up. I'm not going to continue. I'm going to go back. This is 100% survival. I'm going to show you a duplication glitch that will allow me to duplicate any item in the game, whether that be a stackable item or a unstackable item. It will literally allow me to duplicate any item in the game. The most efficient way to do this is with a shulker box. However, if you are not that far in the game yet, you can also do this with a chest. The first step, what you are going to need to do is make yourself a nether portal. Now, I've made this mistake before. I'm not doing this again. I'm fairly certain, I'm just going to go through right now. I'm fairly certain that my nether is safe. I remember kitting it out a little bit better. Yeah, because I didn't want any mistakes from when I came before. So yeah, I know my nether is 100% safe, as you can see. What I'm going to do at this point is stand behind my nether portal and hold the box of items I want to duplicate. So what I've done is got a bunch of bedrock. I'm just going to throw, for the example of the video, I'll throw a bunch of random items, you know, just everything in my inventory. Why not? Let's fill up this box just to duplicate everything. I'm going to throw everything in. Of course, we do need to keep ourselves a pickaxe. Yeah, I've got all this random stuff in there, and we are going to duplicate this box. First of all, we are going to need to stand in front of the portal holding the item we want to duplicate and save and quit. What this is going to do is make the game remember this point in time. You can see via this little picture that we are standing behind or in front of the portal, whatever one you want to call it, and we're simply just going to go back onto that world. At this point, we are going to want to go through the portal, but just before we get teleported through to the overworld, we are going to want to press Alt and F4 or whatever device you're on. You just want to quit out of the game as quick as you can. Now, I might have actually done that too quickly, and that could have some kind of impact on this glitch. However, I would say that this does work 99% of the time. Again, I'm fairly certain I did do that too quickly. You don't want to be too quick. You just want to go out as soon as you get to the overworld. So you can see here, we should load back in and we should be standing in that same spot we did the save and quit. However, I'm not sure it's going to work this time, purely for the fact of, yeah, I did it way too quickly, you can see there. So, I'm just going to do this very quickly one more time. Very quickly, this is a time-based glitch. That's why I use the portal. So, if you do get the timing slightly off, there is a less chance that it will work. However, I mean, yeah, most of the time it does work. Let me show you this in action. I'm going to go in the portal just before we get teleported through. I'm going to place down the shulker box. We're going to wait till we get through to the overworld this time. And just make sure that we've not got the shulker box in our hand. And then exit out of the game. Okay? So, you've seen the first time I did it completely too fast and it just didn't work. This time, we will have a completely different result. We just need to wait for this thing to load up. And we are free to go back on the world, which will be at that save point. And we should have a box in our hand and a box on the floor. So, as soon as we've done that, as soon as we've loaded in, I will show you that I've got a box in my hand just here and a box on the floor where I placed it, and it is all the items that I placed in. You can see if you do get the timing wrong, this thing can fail. However, 99% of the time, if you get the timing right, this thing will work. Very quickly, I'm going to show it you with a chest. It's basically exactly the same, but you just want to stand in front of the portal this time. Place your chest like so. Make sure you can back up through the portal. And at this point, again, holding the items that you want to duplicate. Make sure you don't go through the overworld yet. We're going to save and quit whilst we're facing the chest. At this point, we can go back on the world because, yeah, it remembers this point in time. And we just want to throw the items that we want to duplicate inside that chest. So I'm just going to literally go throw as many items as I can. Now, it shouldn't matter, but I would try and just put shulker boxes or stacks of items in there. Of course, that's going to be the most efficient way. And as soon as I get through to the overworld, I should walk forward or whatever and just exit out. Just make sure you do get through to the overworld first and you don't do it too quickly. Go back onto Minecraft and open up that world. Again, this should work 99% of the time. I don't really do the chest version. I only normally do the shulker box version. However, they work exactly the same. So we're just going to click on that world. And let me have a look inside the chest. Of course, we've got the items all there. You can see we've got the items there. And you can see, in fact, we was able to duplicate every item I put in the chest, which is actually pretty good. As I said, it's more efficient to duplicate full shulker boxes because, of course, they are full shulker boxes of stuff. There we go. That is the every item duplication glitch. OP glitch number 3. In Minecraft, it is always important to know the fastest ways of traveling around your world. And this, by far, is the most fastest way to travel around your world ever. Of course, I am talking about the super speedy horses. Now, who should we pick? Let's pick Don Simon. Don Simon is my super speedy horse. This guy has been... Oh, no. Don Simon. This guy has been genetically modified, so he is one of the fastest horses in Minecraft. No, no, no. Oh, damn, that was close. As I was saying, this guy has literally been genetically modified to be one of the fastest horses in Minecraft. Or at least, the fastest horse in Simply Survival. Now, I actually got this guy so long ago, and the glitch that allowed me to get this horse is still very much still working in the game today. Now, if you combine one of those speed horses with the nether roof, you get something pretty insane. Ages ago, when I was able to remove bedrock from the roof, I actually removed a bunch of pieces and took a horse to the nether roof. And oh boy, is it fun. You can literally go so fast, and of course there is literally no obstacles in the way. Now, I made sure I made my hole at 0, so I could never get lost. But the problem with this is, if you want to travel around using this method, you of course need to get back through the bedrock, and I have very few holes in the top of the nether roof. So without being able to remove the bedrock, I can't actually use this as a great form of travel. But I mean, I can have a bunch of fun anyway. If you wanted to get yourself a super speedy horse yourself, it's actually a pretty simple process, although it is a long process. Before I show you how to do it, I'm going to show you everything you're going to need to actually get yourself a speedy horse. First things first, you are going to need a bunch of speed 2 potions. Make sure they are splash potions because you are going to need to splash them near the horses. Next, you are going to need some kind of golden item to breed the horses. I think they're only golden apples or golden carrots can be used to breed horses. So I went for golden carrots. These are easily obtained, a lot cheaper than golden apples, and they do exactly the same thing. You're going to need a bunch of those as well. I've got some hay bales. The reason I bought some hay bales is because you are going to be able to feed a baby horse 6 or 7 hay bales, and then it will be fully grown. This is going to save you a bunch of time doing this process. And finally, unfortunately, unless you are going to want hundreds of horses, because you are going to need to do this process a lot of times to get a really high level horse, you're going to need a sword to dispose of any unwanted horses, which is, yeah, kind of peak, but I mean, yeah, we're just gonna go with it. Make sure you've got all of the items you need in hand. I've just made a little hole in the ground with a couple of horses in it. I've already done the process to these horses, so these technically are already genetically modified, but I just want to show it you one more time. So first of all, I will go into survival. I mean, not that it matters too much because the achievements are off in this world, but I'm just gonna go in survival anyway. So we're gonna get our potion of swiftness, and we are gonna make sure the horses are together and close enough, and we're basically going to splash both horses. At this point, we are going to want to breed them, and they will make a baby horse with the effects of that splash potion. Now, you won't see the pixels, although the effects will have rubbed off, if you like, on this baby horse. So now we need to wait again for those two to be able to breed again. So we have 2 baby horses, and at that point we're free to actually make them grow up. But right now I need to wait for them to be able to breed again. It shouldn't take too long. I'm not exactly sure how long it takes, but yeah, I know it's a couple of minutes, something like that. What I normally do is when the potions wear off, I kind of check if they can breed again. But what you want to remember, just before you do check, you don't want them to breed without this potion effect, or you're going to get a less good horse. So make sure you hit them up with the potion. And now we can check to see if they can breed again, which they can. And we will have 2 baby horses just there. And at this point, we just dispose of any horses that we don't need. Of course, the more horses you keep, it's just going to be hectic, especially when they get super fast. I mean, by all means, if you want to keep them, keep them. But yeah, it's just easier to get rid of them. Now we have 2 baby horses, and now I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And at this point, I think I might be able to sit on it and tame it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And of course, he didn't want to be tamed that time. Maybe I don't have to, maybe I have to not hold anything. Dude, come on. We're recording a video here. Help me out. Alright, finally. That guy's done. And we just got to do exactly the same to this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now on the 7th. Alright, now we can go on the 8th. And we just got to tame him again. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Come on. Come on. Dude. And there we go. As soon as those 2 are tamed, you are free to do the full process again. Throw the splash potion, breed them, get 2 baby mules, and yeah, literally rinse and repeat. You can do this until the horse is quite literally so fast that it crashes your game out. Now, I think maybe they fixed the part where it crashes, but it goes so crazy. I have seen some insanely fast speed horses. Now, I've done this about 4 or 5 times on this horse, and you can see already, this is fast. This is a fast horse. A few more times and this thing would absolutely be rapid. Sweet. That is exactly how to make your very own speed horse. And before you ask, no, this does not work with any other potions. Only swiftness. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. It just does. So yeah, now you know. I hope that this video helps you out in your worlds. That has been my top 3 most OP glitches that is working in the current version of the game. I will catch you on the next one.